that alright? Everyone happy with
What's
that? Or not?
Legal
Amber
and
doesn't like
finance.
it.
You
What
don't
do you
agree?
think?
No, well,
We could do retail. It's going to be pretty much the same, isn't it?
Retail.
I think when it all
if
apply
we
the
need
same.
very
Yeah.
high skilled
When they apply
people,
to the same
then
one.
I think it's going to be difficult for us as well. Because we're going to have a video with like 4 or 5 situations where it's perhaps going to be difficult to us to find a situation where there would be, let's say, an argument in the office or someone who is not doing the job properly.
I actually disagree with you, because like I think that whatever situation you have, and however highly skilled they are, I mean, let's say there's still a hierarchy in any workplace, and someone could still not be performing to their job to the full extent, however high up they are. If I'm a lawyer and I haven't, read a set of documents for the next day because I'm unmotivated and I don't like my boss, and he comes in and there's a court case the next day, I still haven't done my job properly through poor management. Or because I'm a bad worker. If I'm in the sales role and I haven't done my reading on how to approach something in a particular way, and the next day my boss comes in, it's still the same scenario, just different. I mean, it's a valid point.
Well,
I know.
I find it more difficult myself, but if you guys find it easy, then.
Well, I mean, what do we all think about it?
Fine.
Because it's just opinion here, and we're gonna have to make a decision sooner rather than later. So yeah.
It depends where in the hierarchy as well, doesn't it?
I don't.
I'm just going to still say legal and finance, if everyone's happy with that. Unless someone's got some really big problem with that.
So when you say legal and finance,
Can you define?
Okay, so for example, the back offices of HSBC or Aviva, those sort of companies.
so it's really sort of like any kind of
But-
office work basis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
going
fine.
back to that. You're not really in that sense. If it's the back office of HSBC and stuff, you're not having the connection with the customer. That's more sitting.
Oh, okay.
Whereas
That's why
with HSBC, if you go into the banks on the high street, that is having so
the
I
management
can,
should run to
Yeah.
the.
but I can
Right.
kind of see where you're coming from. You could maybe, because it's a service where you've got the office, but then you've also got the customer. Like you've got, I don't know how you can maybe link in them. I don't.
What would we with that target market? We would be taper the video to that, or would we just say, right, democratic, autocratic? This is a certain situation, like democratic. You see a video and then explain. Autocratic, you explain. Or are we going to taper it? I don't know.
To be honest, I've looked at quite a few people's videos on YouTube, and they don't seem to define like a particular industry sector in the video. It doesn't make it obvious in the videos.
Yeah.
But maybe at the start we could say it.
This is the thing, I think.
Me
Because
too.
then
I forgot.
there's questions, isn't there?
What do you
Is
mean?
there? Do they ask questions?
Oh, there is time for questions. Yeah.
Yeah, so if they said like what sector?
We could just put like an example of like a different business every time, just up like Aviva or whatever.
Can you do that?
No, I wouldn't put anything like in the
don't think
video.
you could, like,
Don't
company
put
names
company
in.
names. You want to keep it very, because then,
Trying to sell it.
I don't think
yeah, you
can do
can't
that.
sell it if you do that. You have to keep it very much.
So you just basically you can't put a
Unbiased.
real
See
company in
how
it.
if we tag the
Okay, fine. So you could just do Legal Services
market,
UK
and
Limited.
then we just say we're going to expand later.
Print that
see
out
how
and
it
then
goes,
stick it on the wall, and then you can't
We
get
have a
listed.
plan for
Yeah.
expansion.
Most of the
later.
videos though are filmed at uni, so
If we just
creates
focus
an
on
environment.
one,
Everyone that's done it
that's a
before
good
just
idea.
films it at uni, like on the
you
computers or
wanna-
something.
Yeah.
Do you want to just listen to that?
Sorry.
Say that again?
and what I was saying is how if we just have a plan and target one thing, and then we say that we actually are planning to expand our business later on in the future within these like
So
1
if
to
someone asks
3
a
years.
question, we can just say that.
So yeah,
We've
if
got an
someone
answer.
asks a question,
Okay.
we say we have targeted this one, and then we are planning to expand
Yeah.
in the
That's,
future.
yeah. That's
That's a
really
good idea. Like product
Yeah, I
development.
like that.
It would make it a little bit easy for us to just decide in everything for now, and then
Just looking at the moment, just like sectors, like UK dominant sectors, like this is just for the UK. But for example, like just to give some ideas, education, health, service, yeah. Education, health, social work, financial and business. Tourism could be quite a good one because it's UK is the 6th major tourist destination in the world. So that could be quite a good justification. Transport, storage and communication is one. Wholesale and retail trade. So we can like merge a couple of things, but what did you say? Financial and legal?
Yeah. It's just
If you want to change that to financial and business, we could do that.
Mm.
Because then that's more of what we're looking for. And there's like, it's quite sort of like, London is the leading international centre for banking, insurance, trading and energy futures. So with industry had a gross value of 86,000 million to the UK economy in 2004. So that's quite...
Yeah, no, it's good justification.
I know.
What?
No,
No, but what I was thinking is also it's actually quite good to use this because obviously we've had the recession and there's been all this press on business, like on the banks having all this management style and them all being stolen.
that's the thing. But then if we did financial and business services, are we then training the managers of, for example, Bank of England, for example? Are we training the managers for that company? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, HSBC
Okay.
operates
Like you
in
train-
83 countries.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Does
train.
not operate only in UK. But
We train the managers.
You train the manager, and then they take what they're
world's
training
local
and they
bank.
put it into their
Into their
business.
business. Okay. I reckon.
That's probably
Personally, I
better.
think that could be quite good.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
I think that's got more direct. Yeah.
the other one is.
But also it's got the global bit as well, which is what
Yeah.
we need to incorporate.
And
Or
yeah,
tourism.
that's a good point. And also, I don't know, like businesses, obviously, that's very relevant to us. Like for example, if we did like education, it's a lot harder to like the managers of, exactly.
How do you define the manager?
So, I reckon financial
Yeah, it's
business could be.
Masters.
Yeah.
Okay, so finance and business service managers, should we do that? Are you
Yeah.
happy with that? Or do you have any other?
No, it's fine. It's
sure?
fine. Yeah.
Can I quickly nip to the toilet? Is that right?
Well, we could. Tourism, I think, is another good one. So.